フルカウンター
Alright lads, so Festival Light Elizabeth is looking like to be the 3rd year anniversary character. So what I want to do and kind of look back at how close I was to doing this is try and predict the moves that she's going to do and whether or not she's going to be an actual DPS character or an actual healer. So far, every Elizabeth we've gotten have literally just been healers or some sort of support characters, despite that new, well I guess not new, but the old Goddess Elizabeth being actually a really good DPS character if you reflect all the damage back. But we're going to get this pink outfit Elizabeth right here. And in the code name right now, she's underneath Blood Elizabeth. So if you don't know, her actual nickname, at least in the towards the end of the manga, or I guess anime, is Blood Elizabeth. Or I think the translation is like Blood Shed Elizabeth. Basically Blood Elizabeth. And that means she's an actual DPS character. And today we're going to go through the recent chapter that she was featured in. We can look at potential skills. And also towards the end of the anime / manga. And what she does do during the last fight. So potential spoilers if you haven't actually seen the anime or manga yet. It's out for a while now, but you should have seen it. Also, lads, if you do enjoy these videos, since I'm kind of the only one who does this, like breakdown, like look into what's come. It's kind of my niche on the channel, basically, on this in the Grand Cross community. But if you do enjoy these videos, then do hit the like button because they'll help out the channel and the video get out there so more people can see it. But boys, let's just jump in. Alright, so this starts off with our plain character sheet. So boom, let's place Elizabeth right in the middle so she is right there. And she will be a light theme. It's been leaked. It's kind of obvious as well. Literally, she should be the first light type character. We got Traitor Melee, so obviously we're going to get Goddess Elizabeth as the first light type character. Many people think it should be Mael, which, you know, fair enough, not the first. He will be a light type character probably, but we shouldn't get him just yet. I still think we should get Esterosa first before we do get Mael, because just chronologically it just makes so much more sense. But Elizabeth will be a first light type character. Now the big question is, well, is she going to be a DPS or a healer? And I think we can just kind of look at the recent chapters to kind of figure out what she's going to do. And once again, the fact that she's called Bloody Elizabeth, or at least in the code name, it's likely she could actually be a DPS character. But before we do that, let's actually digest what the light theme should be. So for the passive, it should be the exact opposite as the darkness theme. So darkness theme, you do 10% more damage towards every single color, and then your allies also get 10% more attack, I believe it is, just for having that darkness type on that theme, which always forgets to think, by the way. So actually bringing him is actually a really good buffer on other teams. So assuming the opposite here, the light theme should be the exact opposite. Every single color apart from I assume darkness will do 10% less damage towards you, and your allies also get 10% less damage reduction, basically. So the exact opposite of the darkness theme. So with that idea, you would be safe to assume that Elizabeth is going to be a defensive character, but I think not, because like I said, we are going to get Mael in the future, and I think Mael will likely be a DPS character despite him being the light theme, which is typically going to be a defensive theme. So I think regardless of them being light characters, they can still be DPS units. Alright, so for the passive, there's literally no way I can kind of predict what it's going to be, because it's impossible. It literally can be whatever netmable wants it to be. It don't even need to be based off any of the scenes. But what I will say is, well, during the new fight, which he puts his outfit for the first time, all the soldiers are affected by Ludicio's Breath of Bliss, and that basically means they don't feel any damage and they get a massive power boost. Literally what she does in-game, basically. But what he don't do is heal. And even though they're taking damage, they're still staying alive because they keep on getting healed by Elizabeth passively as well. So, little thing there. But I think wherever the passive may be, it may be just to heal the allies every single time they get attacked, or at the end of the turn, at the start of the turn, whatever it may be. But I think in some way or form, her passive is going to heal in some way. And to be fair, it could even be like Diane, to where she takes damage reduction, but also does damage as well. So you might get a bit of both there for DPS and healing. Alright, so I've been sat here for 2 hours trying to think about the next moves that she could do for the first 2 skills in the ultimate move. And honestly, it's not as easy you would think, unless they take something from the previous seasons. But literally in the last season, where she does wear this outfit, even when she does get called Bloody Elizabeth, she literally does one move. And I even checked other gacha games that added this Bloody Elizabeth into the game to see what they do. And literally done the exact same thing as me a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But the first skill, undoubtedly the easiest part about the kit, is gonna be arc. I mean, many goddesses have the skill arc. I mean, literally DCL and Tamio have an ultimates, but she's gonna have it on a skill. Now once again, you can see it right now on screen where she used it last chapter against Esterosa. But also, she does use it when she does first Demon, is it Zeldris, I believe it is, right? When she does get first called Bloody Elizabeth. When they revealed the big twist about, oh, Elizabeth isn't here to be supportive, she's going to be here to fight. And she uses Arc. And the difference here is, well, she uses Manipulate and I think Crush as well, or like, I forgot what it was, Burst, I think it was called. So I'm not too sure how that's going to work in-game, because they have to move around. But I think what he could do easily is just do like a massive burst where they get trapped inside for a couple seconds, take damage, and then pop, right? Or if they really wanted to, they could make it big enough to be AoE. But I think being a single target skill will probably work the best, because then she'll work really well with Trit melee. Just have a single target skill. Now, once again, what it could do, whether it's a debuff or AoE skill or even a single target, like crazy single target damage, is totally up to netmarble. But if they're going down the actual DPS route, then I think it's going to be a really strong single target skill. Alright, so the next one is one I planned for the ultimate move, but thinking about it right now, it wouldn't really make sense if we were to get another version of Blood Elizabeth and have down the ultimate move. But what I think it could do easily is to have actually AoE skill. And think about it right now before I show you it. Seeing this skill in game and being like 2D, or like, you know, actually like tier 1 or tier 2 and a tier 3 with the actual camera work and the angles, I think it would work really good in game. So the skill I'm thinking they're going to do is John's Ordeal. She does this once during the last chapter, and once again, you can imagine it being like an AoE skill in the game. It would work really well. Once again, I think the fact it's a whale and she's probably going to be a whale unit, it's kind of fitting towards the character. But I do think this could be the skill, and literally, boys, trust me, I went through the whole last season. She doesn't do anything but arc. Maybe she does a little bit of healing towards someone, but never any new name moves that I could see him do. So unless it takes something from the past, I'm not too sure. But I think this being an AoE skill would actually be really good. Plus, we just saw it last chapter, and if we are getting the character based off the last chapter, then it fits perfectly. So the first skill, arc. Second skill, John's Ordeal. Hopefully I said that right. Alright, so for the ultimate move, the final part of the character kit, what's going to make it so broken? Honestly, I have no idea. And netmarble will make it up, but find something to fit it in. But literally, I watched her last season. She didn't do anything crazy. No ultimate move, no power up. Other than arc is literally all she did in that last season. But what I will say is they could take something from the 3,000 year part. Maybe she does something late or early on in the series. But what I will say is, well, I went out and actually looked at what other gacha games did for this Elizabeth right here. Because they've done a few gacha games with Elizabeth, right? And it's probably what you saw in the thumbnail with the artwork, right? And I found a game called Shin Megami Tensei Liberation DX2, and they did do a character kit based off this Elizabeth right here. So they've done the exact same thing. They've watched the last season of Basic 70 Sins and then thought of a kit around the character, and here is it on screen right now. So once again, I have no idea how the game works, but you can see the first score they gave her is arc, and literally what I gave her, because that's all she does. Trust me, all she does is arc. But once again, without certainty, she's gonna have arc on the actual character kit. The other skill is Goddess Aid, right? But the thing is, once again, if they want to make a healer, then easily can. Literally, all she has to do is this, and boom, she heals the whole team, right? So that could be a second skill, and the ultimate is gonna be John's Ordeal. But they gave her this skill here, which is Judgment. So once again, maybe they give her a thing called Goddess Judgment that increases the attack party's attack, like how they did it right here. And honestly, boys, like I said right now, I'm at a loss. I have no idea what they could do for her ultimate, other than the two skills that I've given her. But, you know, they could do anything, I guess. They could make something up, reference something towards, I mean, maybe even the movie. They might even do something from the actual movie if she does anything. I can't remember too much. But, boys, that is all I can think of. So, to run through the first, I guess, the character kit, the passive is going to be like an AoE heal at the start of every turn or at the end of every turn, somewhere to heal the team throughout the battle. The first skill, undoubtedly, is going to be Arc. Second skill is going to be John's Judgment? Ordeal? No, John's Ordeal, that's it. I hope I said that right. I'm thinking it from memory, so I'm not too sure if I said it right or not. And then the ultimate, I don't know, call it Judgment. We do know already, though, that it's not going to be the same as Goddess Elizabeth. But this Elizabeth right here is going to be a new named Elizabeth, which means that you got to get a whole new set of outfits. And if you actually look at the leaks we've gotten so far, they have two set of actual Guild Wars outfits for Elizabeth. One with wings and then one without wings. So we do know when we do get this Elizabeth, it's going to be without her wings. But boys, let me know what you think. Like I said, comment down below if you have any idea of what the ultimate could be. But like I said, I'm looking forward to this character. So boys, thank you for watching. And I can finally end this video because I've been sat for like 4 hours now. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.